Welcome back to Vanircreations tutorials. This week we're going to be making this large suncatcher with heart details. If you're purchasing the DIY kit for this tutorial, the only thing you'll need is scissors. The first thing you want to do is get your metre of wire, 24 gauge, and then get your hoop. This is the 3-inch hoop. Then you get your wire, I'm just going to move these out of the way so you can see, and wrap it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there's any extra wire there, it's a tiny bit, as you can see, you can cut that off. You can use pliers or scissors. Pliers are easier, but scissors work just as well, which I'll show you in this video using both. So then you're going to get, firstly, a little gold bead. And thread it through your wire. And then we wrap round. So try and make sure that your bead is on the outer side of your hoop, and then wrap round once. Oh, I need to move that wire out of the way. Wrap round once and then twice. So you can see there that it's gone round twice. Then next, get your small clear bead, prism bead, thread that through. And you're going to wrap round once. Again, making sure your bead's on the outer side of the hoop. Once. Whoop. Twice. Sometimes it can be a bit fiddly. There you go again, twice. And then we're going to get our chip bead. What chip bead should I use? I'm really liking Mother of Pearl recently, so I'm going to use one of them. And then again, make sure it's on the outer side of the hoop. Wrap once. Wrap twice. And then get your next bead. I'm going to go for a small clear again. And wrap once. And wrap twice. Next, get another gold bead. And again, I'm going to show you slowly. Keep the gold bead on the outer side of the hoop and wrap it once, twice. Then you're going to carry on this pattern until you get halfway. So when you have repeated the pattern all the way around, you then need to wrap at the end 4 or 5 times and then cut off any excess. I've not got any excess, but you probably will because I put more in your kits. So 1, 2, I'm only managing to actually wrap that twice, which will stay perfectly fine, but in your kits I'm going to give you slightly more wire and you'll be able to wrap it about 4. If you have got a bit of a space, say like this, and it's not gone all the way to the end, you can push it together and it will form a full circle. In my circle I have done the pattern, so the gold, clear, chip and clear I've done that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So you should be doing the pattern 9 times around. I will give you a few extra chips and beads in your kit, but that is how you do the 3-inch hoop. So now I'm going to do my 4-inch hoop and wrap that in crystals. I have got my 24 gauge wire in 130 centimeters. So now I'm going to wrap So I've wrapped the wire and secured that onto the hoop. Now I'm going to get a gold bead, pop that on. Then we wrap round, make sure that the gold bead's on the outside of the hoop, and we wrap once around and then twice, and then you add a clear bead, wrap once and twice, and add, we're going to go with rose quartz this time. And then you wrap once and then twice. Get your next clear bead, thread it through, and then we wrap once and twice. Then you're going to continue that pattern all the way around. When you've gone all the way around, I've done the pattern 10 times on this one. So I've done gold, clear, crystal chip, clear, and then I've done that 10 times all the way around. Then when you get to the end, go around once, twice, 3, 4, 5. You can just get your scissors, you don't need to have pliers. Pliers are easier. And you can just put that down with your finger. Or if you've got pliers, crystal pliers, you can just use that. And then as you can see, I've got a bit of a gap. All you do is just push it together. So this wire will move around. Just very gently, don't pull it like too hard. You don't want any of the crystals to crack or anything like that. And then you'll have that's your 4-inch hoop done. I've got my 6-inch hoop here, and now I've got 1 meter of my 24 gauge wire, which I can never say, and I'm going to wrap this wire around the hoop again 4 times or 5 times, just to secure it on with my fingers. And now I'm going to get gold bead, and then we're going to wrap that gold bead around, keeping the gold bead on the outer side. Wrap it once and wrap it twice. Then get your clear bead, that on, wrap once and wrap twice. And then get your mother of pearl chip. And wrap once and wrap twice. And then you can put another clear bead on. Wrap once, twice again. And then you're just going to continue that to halfway around. So about here. Show you again this gold bead. One, wrap, and then wrap. So it's like you're wrapping it twice every time. So we're going to carry on that pattern until it's halfway around. So you'll do gold, clear, chip, gold, and you'll go all the way around. Well, not all the way around, sorry, half the way around. When you've got halfway and you've done the pattern, so the gold, clear, chip and clear pattern, you've done that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, then you're going to secure the other side onto the hoop. So you're going to go around once, twice, 3, 4. Then you're going to cut that off. Use scissors just to show you. You can use your finger just to get that down. Then get another metre of your wire, your thin 24 gauge wire, and then you're going to wrap that onto the wire. It doesn't matter which way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm just going to get that bit down. So then that's secured that on, and you're going to carry on the pattern. So I've finished there with a gold, can you see? So I'm going to start the next one with the clear. So get a clear bead. And just make sure you hold that wire on. Don't pull too hard so that all the wire comes off the hoop either. Make sure you're holding that wire on, and then make sure your bead is on the outer side, and then wrap once, twice. Get your next bead, which we are using mother of pearl, aren't we, on this one? So the next one is a chip. Done that right, hasn't I? Yeah. Then we go around once. It's always hard to wrap it when you're doing the first part. Once you get halfway, it's actually quite simple. Then get it clear. And then a gold, and then we're just going to carry on all the way around in the same pattern. Now I've got my 8-inch hoop, and I'm going to wrap my 24 gauge wire around it. This wire is 1 metre, 100 centimetres. So I'm going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, then just tuck the other bit round. So that's secured on. Now I'm going to do gold bead. wrap around once and wrap around twice, then grab a small clear bead, if you can see that, thread it through, and then we wrap once and twice. Now I'm going to do rose quartz again. Oh, no hole in that one. I'll always give you extra chips just in case of that in the kit. Then do the rose quartz, chip, and then wrap once. Again, making sure every time that your chips are on the outside of your hoop. So use this finger to kind of hold them in place. And go around twice again. Get you clear. And go around once and twice. And then a gold. And then you're just going to, oh wait, no. On this one, we're going to add a large. So then you've got your gold. And then you're going to add a large clear bead this time. So pop that through, thread it. Again, it should work just the same as before. You just thread it through and wrap around once, holding it in place with your finger, and twice. And then we start the pattern again with the gold bead. And then you're going to go a third of the way around. And then we'll tie it off, and then we'll do another third, and then we'll tie it off and we'll do the last third. Now when you've gone about a third of the way around, I've done the pattern. So gold, small clear, crystal chip, small clear, gold and large clear. I've done that pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then I've just done a gold, clear, chip and clear. So 5 times and then just that little bit on the end there. And now I'm going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cut that excess off. And then we're going to start again with another metre of 24 gauge wire. And we're going to secure that on 1, 2, 3, 4. Just done the last bit there, might as well. And then you need to start with the next part of the pattern, so that should be a gold that goes there. If you can see, it should be a gold next. So I'm going to add a gold bead, securing it with my finger so it doesn't move. Go around once, twice, and then it'll be a large clear. So you just continue in the pattern. Once and twice. And then another gold. once, twice. It can be a bit tricky stopping it from moving when you've just added the wire, but when you get a little bit around it, it's a bit more secure then. So you just have, it's just a bit trickier in the beginning, but just gotta take your time. Then you're gonna go another third of the way around, just continuing the same pattern, going around, and then you're gonna go another third, and then we'll put the last bit on. When you've done the second third, come to the end and wrap that one on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to cut that off. And get your last 1 metre of 24 gauge wire. And we're going to wrap that on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to start with, can you see I've ended with the gold, large, clear gold there, so the next one would have to be a small, clear bead. Wrapping once, twice, and a rose quartz chip, wrapping once and twice, clear quartz, wrapping once and twice again, and then a gold, and then carry on. Make sure you're doing the same pattern. Now I'm just going to add the last large crystal chip. Then I'm going to secure it on, wrapping once, twice, 3, 4, 5 for good luck, and then I'm going to cut that excess wire off. Then if you've got a gap, push it together. Oh, I'm just going to like push all the crystals to the outside because sometimes they can move in, so just push them to the outside. Let's count how many times I've done that pattern. So where did we start? We started here. So I've done the pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's around 5 times. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Around 5 times on each third I've done the pattern where it's, if you can see there, small gold, small clear, chip, small clear, gold, large clear, and you just do that same pattern all the way around, and you do it in 3 parts, securing your wire each time, and that is your 8-inch. So firstly what you need to do is get your 8-inch hoop that you've just wrapped and a clear 6-inch hoop and a clear 4-inch hoop, and we are going to make the pattern in the middle. So the first thing you need to do is get one of your double jump loops and attach it to your hoop. You just have to kind of like open it up open up your hoop and kind of thread it through the hoop because it's a double loop. I'll be able to show you easier on the plain one. It can be a bit tricky to do, but it's not impossible. Just gotta take your time with it. There you go, that's that. Can you see that hoop there is on? And then I'm going to put, you'll have some chain like this, and you just need to cut it so you've got 3 links. So can you see there that there's, I'll try and get it to focus so you can see. There you go. So there's 3 links there. You're going to cut it on the 4th, and then you've got your 3 links. So you'll just cut the 4th one. So you've got 3 there. So that's how you're going to cut all of your chains for the inside of these suncatcher hoops. Then the rest of this that you have left after you've cut all your chains for the inside of here is used for the top of the suncatcher. Then what you do is you get that chain that you've just cut and you're going to add it to this double jump loop that you've just added to your hoop. So you just get one side of it, one chain, and quite simply just thread that through. There you go, and now you've got your chain on your jump loop. Then get another double jump loop and thread that through the top of this 6-inch hoop. Let's move that out of the way a sec. And and then you're going to thread that through the bottom of this 3 chained, or 3 linked chain. Going to thread it through there. Can you see? That's perfect. Now we're going to do the chain from here to here. So this time you'll need to have should we do 4 or 3? I'm going to go over 4. So cut your chain on the 5th link, and then you'll have a 4 linked chain. See if I can show you that. 4. God, it's so hard to show because it's so tiny. 4 linked chain. Then you're going to add that to this jump loop that you've just added to your plain hoop. So it's kind of going to go on the bottom of that. You see? Now get another jump loop. Thread it through your 4-inch hoop. Your plain 4-inch hoop. You should have 2 of them left. Grab one of them. And then you're going to put it through the bottom of that chain you've just cut, that you've just added to your 6-inch hoop. Then just making sure it's all kind of central, which that is looking pretty good. Now we're going to add this little fella. Should I say big fella, because it's quite a big prism, that. So this bit can be a bit trickier. You just get your jump loop and you kind of have to stretch it so it goes through the hole in your teardrop prism. This is your large teardrop prism, and then you're going to thread it through. If it doesn't work with your first jump loop, you can grab another jump loop. Can be a little bit tricky getting it through. If you've got pliers, that will help you. You don't need them, but it does help. Then we're going to add that to the jump loop that was on your 4-inch hoop. So you're just adding them to that jump loop that you've just added to that jump loop. And that is your first hoop for your suncatcher. Done. Move that aside. And we are going to do this one next. So, firstly again, get a jump loop and add it to your hoop. Just threading it through. And then get another chain. You'll need about, we'll go with a 4-linked chain. So cut that off your big chain and add that to this jump loop here. Now get another jump loop, add it to this plain 4-inch hoop. And then add it to the bottom of this chain. Wonderful. Then you're going to get, how many links do I need in the next one? Let me just see. I think another 4 linked chain on this one. So if you want 4, you cut it on the 5th. And you can use scissors as well. Oh, let me show you. You can use scissors to cut the chain. It's quite easy to cut. If you don't have the pliers, then add that to the bottom of your jump loop there. And get another jump loop, and we're going to add it to this circle now. Just gotta force it through there. And then add that. Get another jump loop and add it to this chain. I think I might have to make that chain a bit smaller. Let me just see. Let me just see. Why is it being funny? Get that on there. Oh no, that's fine. and that's your second biggest hoop. Now we've got our 4-inch wrapped hoop, and we're going to put this little one into that. So get another jump loop, add the jump loop to your hoop. Oh, it's starting to hurt me back now. Then add a 3 linked chain. And then get another jump loop and add it to your small tier prism. Add that to the bottom of your chain. Beautiful. And that's all you have to do to that one. That's a 3 link chain in the middle, and then your 2 jump loops. Last one. Get another jump loop. Add it onto your smallest wrapped hoop, which should be 3 inches. Then I want to add a 3 linked chain again. To that jump loop. Very fiddly. If you're not good with fiddly things, it's not a good idea to do this. Then get another jump loop and add it to this tiny hoop that you'll have. And then add that jump loop to the bottom of the chain. Then get another jump loop, add it to your small circular prism. Add that to the bottom of your jump loop. Not the hoop, the jump loop. So the jump loop that's like got this hoop in the middle of it, you're adding it to that. And that's your last one. Now we are going to make the little chains that go in between. So grab a jump loop and a hoop and a heart and pop that through the little hole at the top of your heart. Add that on. Grab one of these little octagon, prisms and add it through one of the holes at the bottom. Again, add one to the top of the prism, the octagon one, and you have this shape here. And then add one to the bottom of your heart and a double jump loop to the bottom of your heart. Do that twice. Then the next little link you're going to make is another octagon prism. Pop a double jump loop through there, both sides of your octagon prism, like so, and then one of the double jump loops add to another, and then add that to the other side. Another jump loop, so it should look like that. So you've got one of them and two of these. Next we're going to attach everything together. So I'm going to get the biggest hoop that's at the top, and we're going to add a jump loop to the bottom of it. So I'm going to add my jump loop here. It might be easier for you to do this while it's hung, but I need to do it on a table to show you. Then get one of your heart chains that we've just made and add that to the jump loop you just added to the bottom of here. Then add that to the next biggest hoop, which is your 6-inch wrapped hoop, and add that to the bottom of that chain that we just made. Then that's added to there. Now we're going to add this one here. Oh, one moment. We need to add a jump loop to the bottom of this one first. And then add that top jump loop to that one you just put on. And get your next biggest one, which is your 4-inch wrapped hoop. Add the top of that one to this one. Ooh, it's like you're just making a very big, intricate chain, basically. A very detailed chain. And add it to the bottom of that one. Oh! And then the top of this next one. Get a jump loop, add it to the bottom of your next hoop, which is your 4-inch wrapped hoop, and this jump loop at the top, add that to that one. So long, it's hard to even fit on the camera. And now that one goes to the top of this 3-inch. Wonderful. And then the chain you've got left, so you can just kind of see how that's going to look. The chain you've got left, move this back into camera focus. you're going to add that to this very top one here, the very top jump loop. You're adding a chain to that. Just try and get the end of this jump loop. It's getting stuck. Add it to this chain. And then get another jump loop, add it to the top of that chain. You can cut this chain down as well to have it any size you want, or you can use this jump loop to kind of make a hoop, so that will go around your curtain pole, or you can make it even shorter and you can put this jump loop that you've just added to the top of it, to this one that you've added to the top of the hoop, the wrapped hoop, and it makes like a bit of a shorter. There you go, a shorter one. You can wrap that round your curtain pole if you want. And that's that. So I'll show you the finished product.